Hi, I want to talk to you now about the Igbos, IPOB, and Nigeria in general in the form of a mini history and documentary. This article is my quick research on the subject, so if there is any part of it you don't agree with or you think is not accurate, then please feel free to enlighten me. Just leave a comment or send me an email. I hope you watch this video to the end because I have important information at the end of it. I also hope you bear with me as I will have to change the photos on the computer every now and then. Okay, most Igbo historians say that Igbos originated from the area of Middle East, around Israel, Egypt, and the surrounding countries. Igbos are also mentioned in the Christian Holy Bible. Here is what it said. Eri, spelled E-R-I, the father of Igbos, who hailed from Israel, was the fifth son of Gad, spelled G-A-D, the seventh son of Jacob. This appeared in Genesis chapter 46, verses 15 to 18, and Numbers chapter 26, chapter 16 and 18. Eri migrated from Egypt to Igboland with a group of companions just before the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt many centuries ago. Eri settled in Igboland and he had two wives. All these events were said to be directed by God. My research indicates that the Igbos are the only Nigerian tribe mentioned in the Holy Bible. According to popular belief, Nri Kingdom people, spelled N-R-I, Nri Kingdom people originated from king figure Eri. This mysterious king was described as sky being. Igbos trace their origin back to the divine ancestor. The Nri kingdom was theocratic or religion-oriented state of the central area of Igbo territory of the southeast of Nigeria. However, the Hausa Fulani in the northern Nigeria, who are Muslims, have always claimed that the whole of Nigeria belongs to them. This then is the root of Nigeria's current problems in a nutshell. Here are some characteristics of the Igbos. Igbo solidarity is well known. An Igbo in any foreign country often seek out other Igbos to bond with, although this practice is not as strong as it used to be, but is still there to some extent. Other people from other tribes can be doing things against you and you would not know it's them who are doing it, but an Igbo man is often bold, direct, and he will tell you what he's going to do and he will actually do it, no messing. Igbos are entrepreneurial by nature and hardworking. Most of the businesses in Nigeria are owned by Igbos. This is generally why Igbos are said to be the Jews of Africa, and it's also why they are hated by some tribes in Nigeria. Igbos do not like restrictions on their freedom and liberty, and they also dislike injustice and oppression, and Igbos will fight against these things when and where they see it. Igbo historians insist that the Bight of Biafra existed long before the British colonials put together the country now called Nigeria. So Biafra have always been there. Historians also say that the Igbos settled in Nigeria before both the Hausa Fulani and Yoruba people. Igbo historians also say that Igbos are completely different and separate from all the other tribes in Nigeria. Let's fast forward to 1967, when the Nigeria Civil War broke out, known as the Biafra War. The cause of this war includes ethno-religious riots in northern Nigeria, a military coup and counter-coup, persecution of Igbos living in northern Nigeria, and control over the lucrative oil production in the Niger Delta played a vital strategic role as well. On the Biafra side, the leader was Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu. The Nigeria side was led by General Yakubu Gowon. The Igbos fought bravely for almost 3 years with little or no help from the outside world. The ingenuity of the Igbos was there for all to see, as they were able to produce their own weapons, including tanks and some aeroplanes. In the end, the war took its toll, and estimates say that between 2 to 4 million people died, mostly due to starvation as a result of the blockading of Igbo areas. Igbos surrendered with the understanding that unifying the country and treating every tribe fairly will be a priority. The Igbo land was completely destroyed after the Civil War, but within a few years, Igbos completely rebuilt their homeland, and Igbo land is now the pride and joy of the whole of Nigeria. This clearly shows the character of the Igbo people. They are never defeated. The Igbos are said to be the engine that keeps Nigeria going. IPOB stands for the indigenous people of Biafra, and it rose to prominence after the previous Biafra independence organizations were weakened. The previous independence organizations are MASOB, Movement for the Actualization of Sovereign State of Biafra, and BZM, Biafra Zionist Movement. It appears that most Biafrans all over the world have now identified with IPOB, thereby making IPOB to be the face of Biafra restoration movement through peaceful means. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB. He is a dual citizen of UK and Biafra. He was famed as a broadcaster of Radio Biafra, which was established in 2009 in UK. He was imprisoned by the Nigerian authorities for leading a banned agitation organization, IPOB. He was later bailed due to health reasons. Now, Nnamdi Kanu said the Nigerian authority sent troops to assassinate him, and he escaped and disappeared for about 1 year. But the Nigerian authorities said the troop was there in his house to arrest him. There is video evidence of lots of shooting, and you can research on this and make up your own mind regarding who is telling the truth. Nnamdi Kanu later resurfaced in Israel, where he was seen praying at the Wailing Wall. Now, IPOB claims that Biafrans are marginalized by the central government in Abuja through lack of resource distribution, poor investment, and unfair, heavily militarized presence in their region. IPOB is not alone in agitating against the central government in Abuja. In fact, agitation appears to be spreading to other ethnic groups such as Oduduwas, Ejos, Ishekeri, Arewas, Niger Delta, and others. The central government itself do not appear to be helping its cause. Opinion polls indicate that schools, hospitals, roads, electricity, joblessness, and so on are all in bad state. In addition to this, the security services appear to be arresting many people, including human rights activists such as Showore and Bakare and others. Showore and Bakare were detained for about 125 days and was finally released only after several interventions by the High Court, who demanded for their immediate release from the illegal detention. One day after their release, Sowore and Bakare were rearrested and again in police custody. Commentators say that Nigeria public were concerned about this development. The latest news indicates that they have now been released for the second time. So congratulations and well done to all those who helped to bring about this happy outcome. Even the Shiites leader, Ibrahim el-Zakzaki, who is reported to have a strong link to Iran, is complaining that his religious group is being persecuted by the central government. IPOB and many of its supporters believe that in the same way that God chose Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, to the promised land. I'll read that again to you. IPOB and many of its supporters believe that in the same way that God chose Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt to the promised land, God has now chosen Nnamdi Kanu to lead the Igbos out of Nigeria to the promised land called Biafra. So Nnamdi Kanu is regarded as a messiah by many IPOB supporters. When it comes to events in Igbo land, the biblical reference is never far away. Judge for yourself and leave a comment. Now, IPOB seem to have started a trend in the African diaspora. A Nigerian government minister from the Igbo region of Southeast went to Germany for medical treatment. He was promptly manhandled and attacked and questioned by IPOB supporters as to why the Nigerian government cannot build a good functioning hospital for its citizens. Because ordinary people cannot afford to travel abroad for medical treatment as the politicians can. It was pointed out to the minister that Nigerian politicians are paid higher salary than their Western counterpart, yet the Nigerian or African politicians are unable or unwilling to provide basic human needs such as functioning hospitals, schools, roads, electricity plants, running water, and so on. After this incident, many other African countries in the diaspora are now copying it. And many have also confronted and attacked their respective government ministers who has gone abroad for health treatment or sent their children abroad to be educated and so on. Due to this fear of being questioned or attacked, many African government ministers are now afraid of traveling abroad for medical treatment or sending their children or relatives abroad to be educated and so on. Consequently, some African government ministers are now deciding to make some effort to build good schools, hospitals, power plants, and so on in their respective African countries. This, to me, sounds like a good thing. It is a pity that it had to result to this before positive action is taken in this regard. Now, reports indicate that many government ministers and governors, past and present, in the southeast of Nigeria who abuse their offices are now afraid of what IPOB would do if IPOB get into power in Igbo land. IPOB and their supporters say that central government in Abuja have an agenda to Islamize the whole country. This, they say, was the reason why Ruga was proposed to the nation as a solution to the problem of cattle grazing by Hausa Fulani herdsmen. This proposal implies that the Hausa Fulani herdsmen will be given land in every state in the country to rear their cattle stocks. However, the proposal appears to be shelved for now due to widespread outrage against it. But locals in most states, especially in the southern region, appear to still have problem with the Hausa Fulani herdsmen. In a recent development, the Hausa Fulani herdsmen were reported to have packed up and run away from several states of Yoruba land, saying the area is no longer safe for them and their cattle. It was reported that a large number of their cattle died through natural disaster, namely thunder and lightning. Now, many Igbos are wondering what the Yoruba people did to cause this thunder and lightning, and they would like to do the same to drive out the Hausa Fulani herdsmen in their Igbo land. There are gossip in the social media that Igbos should send delegates to the Yoruba land to discuss the matter. Report is circulating that Turkey, who is now replacing Saudi Arabia as the leader of the Muslim world, is supplying Boko Haram and the northern herdsmen with sophisticated weapons. Is this true, I ask? There is also a report circulating that IPOB and Israel have made some kind of arrangement or a deal. The question is, will Israel come to the aid of Igbos if there is a massacre or any major outbreak of trouble in the Igbo land? At the moment, these appear to be speculations, and there are no definite answers to these questions as yet. Only time will tell. But many observers say that it is truly amazing how the issues and problems of the Middle East have become transposed onto the core foundation of Nigeria. And if this is so, then it will affect the whole world as well. As Wole Soyinka said, IPOB have shaken the foundation of Nigeria to the core. Having said all this, bear in mind that if or when there is an independent Biafra state as a country, this will still be one of the countries in the continent of Africa. Therefore, the new country is likely to be seen by the outside world in the same light as all the other African countries, and the image the outsiders have of African countries is not impressive. Two solutions seem to have appeared. On the one hand, IPOB supporters say that the establishment of Biafra as a country will bring about the development and prosperity of not just Biafra, but the whole of Africa as well. Because the Igbos have the engineers, the talented and gifted people to do it. It is in their DNA. This could then change for the better the image the outside world has of Africa and its people. On the other hand, many African commentators say that the solution to black people's problems or Africa's problems is to create the United States of Africa, where Africa would speak to the outside world with one voice. So, which solution should we pursue? You can make up your own mind. What do you think? If you do not agree with parts of this article, then please feel free to enlighten me. Just leave a comment or send me an email. Okay, that's it for this video. I will keep you updated regarding events in Nigeria and Africa as a whole, including some incisive insights, analysis, and comments. If you like this video, then subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. If you haven't requested for your free copy of our monthly magazine, Good Alternative, then do so immediately and I will send it to you via email or WhatsApp or Messenger. Just let me know which one you prefer. Okay, as always, look after yourself. I will speak to you again soon, and bye for now.